Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan Metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at how good the INT Android 17 and 18 do in the Omega Shenron event. Now, they do pretty well. Honestly speaking, they do pretty well. Their team does pretty well. Their categories are pretty good as well. Some big crucial units here. Strength Kaioken Goku's really solid on their team. You have World Tournament Goku very solid on their team. Ultimate Gohan benefits under the siblings bond lead. You have Android 16, 17, 18. So you've got good units. You really do have good units. A couple things, just to point out, their team is a little bit RNG dependent. So like Strength Kaioken Goku, if he can get multiple supers off, you can chuck through the bosses very quickly. If he can't, then things are a bit rough. Even them themselves. There's a huge difference between if they get off one super attack or two. If they get off two super attacks, it is huge for their rotations and team and just everything about them. Now the big question is AoEs. So yeah, at 55% they are going to take damage on the AoEs. In the tech phase, they're more than fine, no matter where you put them, because they have that damage reduction. They have all of those very, very potent abilities, so they're more than fine. The big thing, ultimately, unfortunately, is the strength phase and the int phase. They're going to take damage. Without an item, even at rainbow level, maybe at rainbow level, with Super 17 on rotation, they will take minimal damage, but they will take damage. With an item, they won't take damage, or they'll take minimal damage. But they'll take damage. Until they super, they do have that tiny vulnerability, really no matter what, unless you get like double supers from the turn before. Now, that being said, they're still excellent. The utility they bring to the team is undeniable. When I was doing the tech phase, there really was no fear. The amount of buffs and just support and everything that they gave the team just really, it made it really strong. During the strength phase, yes, with the 55% version, I definitely needed to use an item. But even then, if you have a couple dupes in them, they'll be fine. A couple dupes, a couple links, some good gear, they'll be fine. The big thing with the dupes is twofold. So, firstly, it unlocks the ability to have evasion, very crucial. I do think they're an evasion additional build. The evasion helps you with avoiding some of these AoE attacks, and that really mitigates the damage they take. And then you also have the additionals. Now additionals are big, especially if you have a Gokan rotation. Additionals mean double defensive buff. Additionals mean double, massively raising attack and defense. Additionals mean double turn buff for the rest of the units. So additionals are crucial. Well, not crucial, but are huge. They're big, game-changing kind of gameplay for this unit. So definitely feels like additionals are there. Their team feels good. Their team feels almost there. There's a tiny little bit of synergy issues. Obviously, like you can notice, Tech World Tournament Goku isn't really linking with obviously them, but obviously fulfilling the passive. The amount of support they give kind of makes up for it though. But yeah, there's a couple of synergy issues. I think their team definitely benefits from the upcoming Strength UI Goku EZA. If you have AGL Kale as well, definitely helps. So I think if you were to have those two units, then your team could be very impressive. They themselves at 55% here, I feel like they need a dupe. So at 55% with an item, you can get this done. I'm a firm believer you can get it done. You do need a bit of RNG, Strength Kaioken Goku to kind of pop off at this point. But yes, it's definitely possible to do this with them and their team. Very strong team, good physical options for the final phase. A little bit of RNG required, but honestly speaking, a very just excellent team. And they do well in this event. I think for me, these guys as a unit, definitely you feel that big difference in dupe, and it's because of that evasion, it's because of that additional. The team, solid, definitely very good. More than happy with the team roster. The ability to mix up siblings bonds with Tournament of Power gives a very nice team. You've got units like Ultimate Gohan, the Android 16, 17, 18, all good. Like that LR EZA also very big for them. That LR gives them a lot of support as well, and of course as well is a very good unit in its own right. So yeah, there really is just a very strong kind of presence in general, just a very strong team, very strong presence, very capable team. So yeah, very happy with the team, its performance and everything. But yeah, I do feel like there's a little kind of deficit at 55%. It's probably one of the units I feel the most at 55%. There's sometimes with units where you don't feel the need for a dupe, but you at 55%, I'd say what they bring is very good. With these guys, what they bring is very good at 55%, but themselves as a unit suffers greatly without a dupe. They need that extra start of turn. They need that extra after super defense. Once all that comes together, then they're very excellent. Blink leveling does help them, of course, but yeah, generally speaking, for me, it's that ability to have all that extra evasion and additional chance. Even just having 6 additional and like 15% evasion is so crucial for this unit. It's so very imperative for this unit to just be, like functional, basically, which I think is fantastic. So yeah, essentially super duper good, very solid unit, very happy with them. And yeah, for me, I think at the end of the day, a very, very good unit. Needs a little bit of love, a little bit of effort put in. If you link level them, if you give them good gear, if you manage to get a dupe in them, then I think you are going to see a really, really fun unit and team. Of that, I almost have no doubt. Like, I think you'll see an incredibly fun team. Yeah, this is they really just make the team flow so nicely. So yeah, it needs a bit of work for them, but I think overall you'll find that you're gonna have a good time. At least for me. Not maybe no item runs, but yeah.